doing well today. I just wanted to come on here a little bit this morning, like I've been trying to always do. And I hope everyone's doing well today and good. It's been a rough last few days, or last week, hasn't it? So many prayers still out to Dolly Parton and her family and her community. I've been watching a lot of stuff on TV. It's really sad. It's really sad. And prayers out to Mama Marissa. I heard she was sick, so prayers out to her. And prayers out to anybody who needs them. Excuse me. Not enough coffee this morning. Good morning, good morning. Come on in and say hello. I just wanted to come on here a little bit and talk about Sebastian, and I wanted to speak on Sebastian a few minutes and bring a little bit of awareness, and, just let you know that I always appreciate y'all being here and showing up. Sebastian needs all the help that he can get with awareness, and I hope y'all are still putting out those flyers and showing his name and his face. He deserves that. He really does. He deserves that. He is still missing. He has not been found yet, and regardless of what people think or say, because somebody came in my live yesterday, and, excuse me, somebody came in my live yesterday, and they were in Nashville, and they were saying that there's not a lot of flyers there, so they're not seeing any, and people thinks he's been found. That's sad. Where are the Nashville people? Where are the Tennesseans? Where is everybody? Put up the flyers, especially there in his hometown. He was part of you, right? You got to find him. He deserves that. But he's still missing. He's not been found. And the last that we saw of him, he was getting in the passenger side of the car at Texas Roadhouse with his mother, Katie Lynn Proudfoot, right? After that, what really happened to Sebastian, nobody really knows. Everybody is split and divided, and some think he got home and some thinks he didn't. Hello, welcome in. Welcome in, everybody. Anybody up in the bushes, hello. Anybody just stopping in to listen, hello. I appreciate you all. I'm just doing my little morning thing here. So welcome in. Be sure you hit that thumbs up button. I'll come back on later this evening. I have an appointment today, and when I get done with that this evening, I'll come on and do a live on my big computer. Lord only knows what will happen today in this world, right? So many prayers out to everybody. Lots been going on. So after we last saw Sebastian get in the car with his mom, what happened to him? What happened? Sebastian, who I'm speaking of, Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers, who went missing, he was last saw February 25th, 2024, and was reported missing the morning of February 25th, 2024. Hey, Barry. Hello. Good morning. Thank you for saying hi. I hope your day's going well. I hope you're going good. It's raining here. I hope you're doing good there and got good weather. Sebastian had a light about him, though, we'll never forget, right? And we will forever search for him. So whoever thinks we're not going to search for him or we're going to give up, we're not going to. We'll forever search for Sebastian, and we'll forever speak his name until he's found. Good morning, Ninja. Hello, hello. Thank you for saying hello. Good morning. Good morning. We want Sebastian found safely. We absolutely want him found safely. And so where is all the Tennessee people? God, so much stuff has been going on in Tennessee lately. Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers has been missing again since February 25th, 2024, and was reported missing February 26th, 2024. Well, we really don't know if he was missing the 25th, but that's the last we saw of him. So somewhere between the 25th of February and the 26th when he was reported missing. We know that he got in the car with his mom, Katie Lynn Proudfoot, at Texas Roadhouse. We know that because there is clear, absolutely clear video showing that. When his mother said she couldn't find him the next morning when she went to wake him up for school, she said she looked around the house, right? She looked around the house. She thought, in fact, is what she said. She thought, in fact, that he might be in the kitchen. However, in my opinion, and this is just my opinion, I believe she would have saw him if he would have been in the kitchen after she came out of her bedroom, right? You know, you can see things even out of the corner of your eye. So, no, he wasn't in the kitchen. Her story was, so she calls her husband, which is Sebastian's stepfather, 3 hours away at least, and hadn't been home in God only knows when, allegedly. I'll say allegedly, because was he home or not, I don't know. That'll soon be told. Hey, Pam, good morning. But she called him first thing, not the police. You know, and I said, I can't, these are her words, I can't effing find him. I think she said that on Olivia's, right? Chronicles of Olivia. I can't effing find him. The first thing I would have said was, even if he was the only male in my house and somebody was missing, I would have just been like, and I've done it before. I've been like, who are you talking about? Excuse me. Hey, Beach Bum. Good morning. But but Chris obviously knew she was speaking of Sebastian. That was quick, fast, and in a hurry, in my opinion. In my opinion, y'all know that I think all this was premeditated, no matter what this is. That's just my opinion. I'm not fake. I'm not going to change my mind. You have to show me some really hard proof to make me change my mind. So I always say what you mean and mean what you say. But that's not what she said. You know, that's not what, why did she say she thought he was in the kitchen? She could have seen him out of the corner of her eye, right? It makes no sense. Make it make sense. But I think, in my opinion, I don't know about y'all, I think in my opinion, she already knew that. Again, some believe Sebastian never made it home, and that's okay. It's all okay for us to agree, to disagree, and not have the same opinions. That's fine. Nothing would ever get solved if we all had the same opinions, right? Everything would also be swept under the rug if one person had all the same opinions as everybody else. You know? But no matter if he made it home or he didn't, he was in the car with her, with his mom, Katie Lynn Proudfoot, and that is a fact when he left Texas Roadhouse. So if he made it home, then Katie should know what happened to him, in my opinion, regardless, either way, right? That's just my opinion. It was him missing on her watch, in her car, under her roof, under the roof of her car, under the roof of her home. Everything seems to happen to Sebastian, in my opinion, and what we've heard so far, under the roof of Katie, or Katie and Chris. No, Seth is not perfect, but those are just facts stated. No matter if it was the roof of the car or the roof of the house, he's still gone and he was still with her last. You know, it's been 2.5 years Sebastian's been missing. So where's he at? What happened to him? He was 15 years old at the time. Autistic, vulnerable. You know, the whole household already had DCF involved. Sumner County was involved. All of these was in the record. Advocates were already involved, and this was up to 2 years. Hey, good morning, Gypsy. This was up to 2 years prior. So they all knew. They, in my opinion, should have treated this when they got the call from whoever they got the call from, allegedly Chris, on a three-way call with Katie. They should have had red flags up, and they should have investigated this entirely different, but that's just my opinion. But especially because he was vulnerable, even if they never had no contact with them, ever. He was vulnerable. He has disabilities. He is autistic, right? Sebastian was so smart, you could tell that, and so handsome, yet his mom and people want to make him out like he was the dumbest of all. Sebastian wasn't dumb. Sebastian was very intelligent. You could tell that. You could tell that from the video at Texas Roadhouse. You didn't ever have to meet him. But for those that don't know, I can tell you anybody, and I mean anybody, that has autism or is autistic on the spectrum at all, they're brilliant. They're very, very, very smart. Very smart. I bet they're smarter than you and I. Just saying. He did have difficulties with some things, and, a lot of people took advantage of that. And personally, in my opinion, his mom should have protected him from everything, and she never did. But he's gone. December 7th. December 7th will be his birthday. At that time, Sebastian will be 18 years old. 18 years old. He'll be an adult then. A lot of people think he's going to reappear at that time. I hope he reappears today, and I hope he reappears safely. Right? I heard last night somebody contacted somebody, and I haven't seen it or heard it with my own ears or eyes, that Sebastian might be in Alabama. What is wrong with people? And what is wrong with the person or people that puts it out? Hello, the boo. Good morning. I don't care if people is ex-law enforcement over 40 years. I don't care if people is YouTubers. I don't care if, listen, you're not the FBI. You're not the TBI. You're not the Sumner County Police Department. You are not the real law enforcement right now, today. None of us are. And so if you think you have a tip about Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers, how many times do you have to be told? Even by his own father. Of course, I understand his mother's not coming out saying that. Well, she has. Let me be fair. Let me be fair. I take that back. I do take that back. Even his mother and his stepfather has said, if you think you see Sebastian, call 911. But how many times does it have to be said or made clear? That makes these other people look like they're just in it for the money, right? I don't even know anymore. And, then Seth puts out a post. Well, I was talking to him when all this was going on. In fact, when he was writing that post, and it amazes me how some think he's talking about, I'll just say it like he's talking about truth, or he's talking about this one, or that ain't who he was talking about, Grifton. Wake up. And it amazes me at some of or at least one of the posts I saw on his this morning that was like, oh yeah, they are. You're the biggest grifter of all off of Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers' name. Just my opinion, just a thought. Truth, facts. Y'all need to get it right. Y'all don't even know what's going on with this case, do you? Some of you. Wake up. Wake up. I don't think Chris or Katie or the Bower Sox or anybody, in my opinion, understand. We do not care if, hey, Miss Grace, we do not care if it's 38 years from now. We don't care if Sebastian is 18 years old. We don't care if he's 38 years old. We don't care if he's 58 years old. We're not going to stop looking for him. We're not going to stop saying his name. And it don't matter what you come out and say about him. He was a vulnerable child, period, when he went missing. And I remember Chris saying, oh, if everybody knew what we knew about Sebastian, or if everybody knows, or if we say what we say, everybody will stop looking for him. No, we're not. No, we won't. Never will. There's nothing you could say or do. Because regardless, no matter what, Sebastian was never charged with anything from the police, or was he? I don't think so. And Sebastian is a victim. And no matter, again, if he's 15, 17, 18, 32, 39, 59, we're not going to stop looking for him, and we're not going to shut up. Not today, not tomorrow. Not even when he's found, I doubt people will shut up. You know, at the very least, truth is going to come out. Whether he's found or not, and I hope he is, but at the very least, the truth is going to come out. How it gets out and who lets it out, whether it be whoever's involved or who just knows, I don't know. I have no clue. Sebastian has brown or hazel eyes. And at that time, he was 5'5". He was approximately 120 pounds. Black framed glasses, white. He was said to have on all black. How does 120 pound, anybody, child, adult, 120 pound young man or person, 5'5", just go missing? Hey, Lindsay, good morning. I mean, just absolutely go missing and can't be found. But he was said to have on all black. How does his mom know that if she didn't see him? You know, when he went to bed, I asked her, did she go in there and check on him? How did they know? I don't think they know what he was wearing, if you want to ask me. But that's just my opinion and my 2 cents. How could his stepfather, Christopher Proudfoot, describe exactly to a T, even correcting his mother, what he had on? They did that in my 3-hour interview with them. How would he know? He was not there, allegedly. Although there was a lot of we's in that interview. We would have saw him. We would have saw the window. We would have saw the door open. We would have saw the shadow. Right? Hey, good morning, Kimberly. So, how did Chris know exactly what Sebastian had on and how to correct his mother? He said, nope, they were the older pants, the older black pants with the white stripe. You know, I knew exactly what he was talking about. So if he didn't see him and he's not been home in many weeks, How did he know that? Because that's not what Sebastian had on at the Texas Roadhouse when allegedly Katie was sending Sebastian's pictures to him at that time. Is any of this information even correct? He was said to be barefoot. Maybe he was. Maybe he wasn't. I don't know. Even Pretty Boy said we can't confirm that. Y'all know who Pretty Boy is. Who thinks he's pretty boy chewing bubble gum and pretty, right? But even the police said they can't be sure about that. There is a video out there. That is a fact. I'm not putting out anything that's not true. We don't know if she bought other... I was getting a call. I don't know. I hope y'all can hear me now because I started getting a call. I don't know if they're leaving a message and you can hear me or what, but God, they're calling me awful early. Oh, it's 9 o'clock. Shoot, it's 9 o'clock. I don't even know what time it is. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. That is when he said the white stripes. How did he know? How did he know? He hadn't been home in weeks. You know? He was allegedly nowhere. So, but whatever, Sebastian's been nowhere to be found, right? But yes, he is still missing. And this is August of 2026, right? Please continue to put out his flyers, his posters, the FBI flyer, all of those things. And definitely, if you have any information concerning the whereabouts of Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers, don't send it to these YouTubers, even ex-law enforcement of 40 years. They are not the police. Did that go over your head? Just wondering. Just wondering. People, please contact the TBI, 1-800-TBI-FIND, or you can send tips to TBI at tbi.10.gov. You can also call the FBI. You can call missing children. Just don't call a YouTuber, okay? And if you think you see him, call 911. 911. 911. It's not that hard. It's not that hard. How long would it take you to dial 911 opposed to writing or contacting somebody that may or may not check their messages or their phones? And besides that, they should never have up a tip line for a missing child. Hey, Tebe. I mean, really? Seth Rogers can post it. He can tell it. Every YouTuber that really gives a care can say it over and over, and it just goes over everybody's head. I know Seth is suing the Sumner County, and honestly, I probably would too, and you probably would too if it was your child. But I'm still going to say, they're in charge. You can call 615-451-3838. Allegedly, do not call no YouTuber or no ex anything. And by all means, if you think you see him, dial 911. Dial 911 no matter what. Please, y'all. I was kind of heartbroken yesterday when that person came in my live and told me that they did not see flyers in Nashville anymore. And, you know, I can believe that because every time I've been there, I don't ever see any. Um, you know, but please put out the flyers if you can. You know, I guess I'm going to have to go on a Hi-Hita and put a bunch of flyers in envelopes and just mail them to people's house. I did that with Summer Wells, so if you got one, yeah, that was from me. Just saying. Even to the suspects. Even to the police. I sure did. Yes, I did. It takes a second to put up a flyer or to share. Can we get him home? Can we get Sebastian home? Please, it's beyond time. Listen, I know I wasn't on here long, but I do have some things to do, and I will come back on here later. I appreciate each of you coming in here. Y'all put a green heart in here for Sebastian. Put a green heart in here. Put out the flyers. And, you know, I'm begging y'all to please keep Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers' name and face out there. I love each and every one of you. Thank you so much. Thank you for being here and spending just a little bit of time with me this morning. Y'all are great, and I hope you have a wonderful, blessed day. And say many prayers for Dolly's family. And also, Mama Rissa, I don't know if y'all heard me earlier when I come in or not. Mama Rissa has been sick. Please say a prayer for her. And everybody and everything that needs the prayers, just send them out. Send them out. I love y'all.